So good morning, everyone. As you all know that in surveying too, we are studying about triangulation surveying. And triangulation surveying, as you all know that we connects the survey area by number of triangles. Okay, and in triangulation, the one more factor is that we need to consider the Earth's curvature effect also. And generally, triangulation surveying is done for what in order to prepare maps for countries. So obviously, the stations which we are going to marks are will be at a pretty long distance as compared to your plane surveying. So there will be more chances that there will be some obstruction in between, because obviously if you are choosing one point here and one point here, and it is at a distance of about 100 kilometer in a city, so there will be obviously so many buildings and there might be hill over there. So for that we need to find it out whether we are what the station which you are selecting is visible or not. And if it is not visible from the falling station, what you have to do, you have to raise the station, okay, so that it is visible from this station. Okay, so for that purpose we will have to perform certain calculations. Okay, so that is given by the topic name as profile of intervening ground. Okay, so it is called as the profile of intervening ground, and it is normally given by the formula captain GT Maxwell method. Okay, we have got one formula based on this method, and we also have one formula based on your horizon method, which we have also done in our surveying one in leveling chapter. That was what the height. Suppose this is your visible horizon, and if you want to find out the height of this particular object h1, it is given by the formula 0.06728 d square. Okay, where this has been arrived, this has been arrived from your combined corrections formula, which was your curvature effect as well as your refraction formula. Okay, so based on this formula you can find out the height of this object, you can find out the height of this object. So mostly the formula which we are going to use for our calculations are this formula only, because this is very simple. Okay, instead of using GT's max score method, we are going to use this formula and try to find out the height of those objects. Okay, so we'll start with the first numerical. And one more thing in this, the d value is generally taken in terms of kilometers. Okay, and the height which you will achieve from this formula will be in terms of meter. Okay, so we'll try to start uh, to the first problem in this. The question, it is saying that the altitude of two proposed station A and B uh, is 100 kilometer apart, which is 420 meter and 700 meter. So what it is saying that we have got two station A and B which are 100 kilometer apart from each other. The height of A is 420 meter. That means the reduced level of A is 420 meter. Reduced level means its height from the mean sea level. Okay, and similarly the height of B is what, 700 meter. It is saying that there is an intervening ground obstruction situated at point C. So it is saying that at point C there is some obstruction. Okay, C is at 70 kilometer, which is at 70 kilometer from A, and his elevation is 478 meter. So the height of point C is what, 478 meter. Full stop. Ascertain if A and B are intervisible. So we have to find that the point A and B are intervisible or not, and if necessary, how much B should be raised. So if there might be chances that it may not be intervisible, so if it is intervisible, you will have to raise the height of B so that it is visible from A, so that the line of sight must be now nowhere less than 3 meter above the surface of the ground. And there is one more condition, that the line of sight should be at least 3 meter above the ground surface. Okay, so that is one of the condition. So first what you have to do is you have to prepare a diagram for that. As you know that we have got the point A and B, so you will have to draw A, which is at 420 meter, and then there is point C, which is at a 70 kilometer from A. It will be at some height because it is 478 meter height. That means it will be little above point A. And lastly, your point B, which is at a height of about 700 meter. Okay. Next thing, you have marked the point A, you have marked the point C, you have marked the point B. Okay. After that, create a horizon over there, just like an Earth's curvature. Okay. Point A is been represented by small a on the horizon. Point C is been represented as small c. Okay, and point B is been represented as small b. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to connect this line. Okay, visible horizon line. okay, in this form, starting from A to this line. Okay, wherever it is touching point, this tangent is connecting, that point has been marked as your visible horizon, and that is given by the point E. Okay, next thing, let AC be the visible horizon. Okay, so this is the visible horizon line. After that, uh, side AB1 through A meet the horizon at tangentially at E. So as you know that it is meeting tangentially at point E, so we have marked this point as E. Okay. Now the distance AE to the visible horizon from the station A of an altitude 420 meters is given by the formula. So if you have to find out this distance AE, okay, that can be calculated by what? Because we know the height of this particular object, it is from mean sea level. What is the height of this particular point is 420 meters. So with the help of this we can easily calculate this distance. Okay, so the formula will be what? Distance equals to what? Try to use this formula. A equals to what? 3.853 divided by into what? Under root of h. Okay, or you can use this formula also. This formula here, we know the height is what? 420 meter. Okay, we don't know the distance, 0.06728 into d square. Okay, so divide this 420 by this value, okay, and square that value, that will give you the answer. So the final answer for A distance is coming out to be what? In terms of kilometer, it will be 79.01 kilometer. Okay, and as you all know, it has been given in the question, AC, the distance between A and C is 70 kilometer, and the distance between AB is what? 100 kilometer. So with the help of that, we can easily calculate what? The distance EC. EC distance can be calculated, EB distance can be calculated. Okay, so EC distance will be what? So if you want to calculate this EC distance, we have the total distance from here to here, we can minus this. Okay, so what you will give? AE minus what? AC. So we have got AE value. The distance of AE is what? It was calculated as 79.01 kilometer, and we have got the distance of AC at 70 kilometers. So the final value of EC is what? 9.01. And in the similar fashion, we can find out EB also. We have got the total distance of AB. Okay, we have got the distance of AB, minusing it with what? AE, that will give you the value of EB. Okay, so 100 minus 79.01, that will give you the value of 20.99 kilometer. Okay, this is the value which we are getting with the help of what? Your visible horizon distances. Okay, so first step is to what? Is to calculate the distance from E. Okay, so we have calculated AE also, we have calculated EC also, we have calculated EB also. So from this particular point where your tangent is been crossing, we have to calculate the distance. Okay, try to calculate what? AE first, then EC, then EB. Okay, next thing is to what? The corresponding height CC. Since you have got the distance, with the help of these distance, by using the same formula, we can calculate what? The heights. So the corresponding height is been marked as CC1 and BB1 are given by what? So this C is been represented by what? CC1. Okay, after that this point B is been represented as what? BB1. Okay, so this height we can calculate it with respect to this distance. Okay, this distance, with respect to this we can calculate this height also. So CC1 will be what? 0.0678 into what? Your EC square, that is the distance square. Okay, and BB1 will be what? 0.06728 into what? EB square. Okay, since we have got the distance, we can calculate the height. So CC1 will be what? After using the distance, which was 9.01 kilometer square, so the final value is coming out to be 5.46 meter, and in case of BB1 the value is coming out to be 29.64 meter. Okay, so we have got this height and we have also got this height. Okay, after that BB, small b, and capital B, the elevation is what? 700 meter. Okay, so with the help of this we can also calculate this value, bb1 value. This height can be also calculated, since we know this height is 700. Okay, this height is coming out to be 29.64. Okay, so with the help of this we can calculate this value, which will be what, 700 minus 29.64, that will give you this value. So this value is coming out to be 670.36. okay, so 670.36 is this height. Okay, since we have got this height, we can easily calculate what, this height also. Okay, because with the help of similarity of triangle we can calculate this value. This is the triangle which has been created. Okay, this height is 670. This height is this line is B, this is small b1. Okay, this is c1, this is c2, and this is A. So this is the triangle which we are going to work. Okay, now from similarity of triangle between what, A c1 c2 and A b1 capital B, we are getting what, c1 c2 we can calculate it. Okay, we can calculate this with the help of similarity of triangle. We have got bb1 value, okay, into what, ac1 divided by what, ab1. Okay, so here you can see that we have got all the values except cc1 cc2. So bb1 value is what, we have calculated, which was coming out to be 670.36. ac1, this value has been known, the distance is what, 70. Similarly ab1, we have got this value, ab is what, 100. So cc1 can be calculated by this help, with the help of this similarity of triangle, which is coming out to be 469.25. okay, so this is the height which we are getting in case of what, cc1. After that, now the elevation of line of sight C, the elevation of C2 will be what, we need to add this all values. Okay, we have got the first value, okay, cc1, c1 plus c2 we have got, and this value we have got, cc1. So by adding this we can get up to this height. Okay, so cc1 plus cc12 equals to what, addition of these two values, which is coming out to be 474.71. so we have got the elevation of C. Okay, so the elevation of C is what, this is your main line of sight. Okay, this is the actual line of sight which has been passing. As you can see, it has been obstructed by your ground. So with the help of this we can also find out that this height is coming out to be 474.71, and the actual height of C is what, 478. So the line of sight is not passing from what, this particular point, it is below your this line, this height, 478 meter, which is at point C. So we will have to raise this point, you have to raise the line of sight, okay, so that it will pass your point at C. So hence the line of sight fails to clear the peak. Okay, so C to C will be what, 478 point, this value which we are calculating, this C2 and C3, okay, or C value. So C to C will be what, 478 point minus 474, which is coming out to be 3.29 meter. Okay, now this much amount we need to raise, and there is also one more condition, that it should be at least 3 meter above the ground surface. So 3.29 plus 3, that will give you 6.29 meter. Okay, so C2 C3 value is coming out to be 6.29 meter. Okay, so 1 minute. So over here you can see that once we have got the value of C2 C3, okay, we can also calculate the value of B3B. Okay, so the B3B can be calculated by using again similarity of triangle, C2 C3 into what, AB into AC2. Here we have got all these value, we have not got, we have to find this value. Okay, so C2 C3 has been 6.29, and the distance from A to B is 100 meter, and from A to C2 is what, 70 meter. So 8.99 meter, which is approximately 9 meter. So point C is to be raised by what, 6.25 meter, and point B is to be raised by 9 meter. So in this manner, if there is any intervening ground, okay, So your line of sight should be visible from station A to station B. So with this calculation we can calculate that whether it is passing or not, and if it is not passing, how much amount should be raised. At point C it should be raised by 6.25 meter, and at point B it should be raised by 9 meter. Okay, so in this way you can calculate your profile intervening ground numericals. Okay, so this was for your 2 point problems. There are sometimes 3 points also. So over here you can see in this diagram there are 2 points. There is point C in between, there is a point D also in between. Okay, uh, this is station A, this is station B. Okay, this is a numerical. Okay, the altitude of two proposed station A and B are 130 kilometer apart. So the distance from A to B is what, 130 kilometer apart. The height is what, 420 meter at A and 1160 meter at B. The altitudes of 2 points C and D on the profiles between them are 308 meter and 632 meter. So point C the height is what, 308 meter, and at point C the height is what, 632 meter. The distance being AC, so we have got the distance from A to C which is 50 kilometer apart, and A to D is what, 90 kilometer apart. From A to D that we have got 90 kilometer distance. Determine whether A and B are intervisible, so we have to check that these two station points are intervisible or not, and if necessary, and if it is not visible, find the minimum height of scaffolding. So how much amount it should be raised, that we need to calculate at point B, assuming A as a ground station. So we are assuming that A is at a ground station. Okay, so again you will have to draw a diagram based on this your problem. So this is point A, this is point C, this is point D, this is point B. Okay, the first step is to do is what, we have to draw two lines. Okay, first one is your visible horizon line which is indicating this point has been indicated as small a, this point has been indicated as small c. Okay, wherever it is cutting your tangent line, okay, line of sights, so it will be represented as e. Okay, this is small d, this is small b. Okay, after that this is the actual line of your theodolite or any instrument which you are using. Okay, whether it is passing from A or not, that we have to check. Okay, this is the exact line of your instrument line. Okay, so again the first step is to do what, is to calculate what this we have got this height. Okay, with the help of that we can calculate the distance of AE. So try to calculate the distance. So the first thing will be what, try to calculating your distance. Okay, so the first step is to calculate the distance. Okay, with the help of distance we will try to calculate what the height, and with the height we will try to calculate what your this height with the help of your similarity of triangles. Okay, so AE distance can be calculated by using this formula. Okay, so the final value which is coming out to be 57.18 meter. So we have got this AE distance. So with the help of that we can calculate AC distance also, because this distance is coming out to be 57.18, and we have got the distance of AC. So AC distance is what, 50 kilometers. So CE distance will be what, from C to E the distance will be 57.18 minus 50, that will give you your 7.18. Similarly we can calculate ED also. From E to D we have got the distance of AD. The AD distance is coming out to be, which was given in the question, is 90 kilometer. So 90 minus what, E distance, that will give you ED value. So 90 minus 57.18, that is giving you this value. And similarly EB can be also calculated. We have got the distance of AB which is what, 130 kilometer, minus AE, that will give you 57, which is 57.18. So the value is 72.82 kilometers. Okay, so in this way we have calculated all the distances. Okay, based on this distance we will try to calculate what, this height. Okay, this height can be calculated, this height from small d to d1, from small c to c1, this height can be calculated based on the distance by using your visible horizon formula. Okay, so let me rotate this. Okay, So we will try to calculate C1, D1 and B1 with the help of the distances with what we have got. So CC1 equals to what? 0.06728 CE square. Okay, we have got the distance of CE square. By putting in this formula we have calculated the height 3.49. Similarly DD1 72.47 and similarly BB1 356.77. So we have got the height, this height, total height of B from small b. So the total height of small b and capital B is what 1160. So minusing this value, which will give you if, the height of what small capital B and small b1, which is coming out to be 803.23. Now based on this height, we can calculate what the other heights also. That is C2, C1, C2. So based on this height, we will try to calculate the corresponding height with the help of similarity of triangle. So this C1, C2 has been calculated, and similar fashion D1, D2 has been calculated. Okay, so we have got the value of BB1. We have got the BB1 value. With the help of that, AC1 and AB1 and AD1 and AB, we can calculate what the height, which is coming out 308.93 and 556.08. Now we have got two heights. Okay, so this, by adding these two heights, you will get the line where your instrument line is passing, and by adding this line, okay, we will get whether your line, from where your line is passing of your instrument. So this C1, small c, C1 value plus this value, and this D1 value plus this D1, D2 value, that will give you the height of that line. Okay, so this is coming out to be 312 and this is coming out to be 628.55. So the height which we have which was given in the question was 308 meter at point C, and at point D it was 632 meters. So we need to check whether it is passing from this line or not. So the line of sight is passing 312 at point C, so which is above, well above 3 at point C. So there is no need to extend this. But at point D, the line of sight is not passing exactly above your point D. So for that, we need to raise this point also. So since we are raising this height, we have to raise this also. Okay, thus line of sight clears the peak C but fails to clear at point D. So let AD3 be the new line of sight. Okay, so we are assuming that it should be at least 3 meter above. Okay, so this 632 minus what? This 628.55. Okay, so the difference is coming out to be what? 3.45 plus 3, this is 6.45. So this much height should be raised. Okay, so in a similar fashion, this BB3 height, so the point B has been raised based on this height. So DD2 into AB into AB2, AD2, the height should be raised at point B is what? 9.5 meter. Okay, so at point B, the scaffolding should be what? 9.5 meter. Okay, at point C, we does not require to raise it C because it is clearing line of sight. At point D, it is failing, so we have to raise it at point D, and since we are raising at point D, we should also raise it at point B. So it is 9.5. Okay, so in this way, you have to do your profile intervening ground problems in case of your triangulation. Okay, so this is all for today. So in the next lecture, we will try to start the least square method and the errors problems. Okay, and we will also study the laws of weight of the figure. Okay, in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.